Hey, what's up guys? How you all doing? Well, it was pretty snowy and miserable, but we've made it into the studio this morning. Hello buddy, how you doing?
Hello.
Now, for those of you that may have seen the Wednesday night live stream, you'll see we did something particularly awesome on top of the one you're looking at there, using the Suarez Spinomatic, the most amazing bit of kit. I think he's reliving your youth, are you, mate? Yeah. We used several different attachments to the top of our uniquely designed machine. As you can see, we're going to give you a quick walkthrough demo. Look at that, marvellous. That spins around with the use of my remote control. Cha-ching! So we are completely wire-free, folks, and with interchangeable tops. We also put that one on it, which is a smaller one than we normally use. But just like a record player, we can put anything we like on the top of that. Now, the week before last, we had a bit of an experiment and did some very large circles and used, I might say, this amazing and ingenious piece of equipment with this that this man designed for us. And thus, it fits back on the spin machine and away you go. Now, we can spin 4 circles at once, which is quite entertaining. If you haven't seen that video that produced this, then watch out for the link down in the description. But for the purposes of this video, I want to show you something pretty awesome. It was what we did on Wednesday night on the live stream. Now, we used a canvas that I'd done already, which had a giant halo on it. It's a great big circle. And we painted more circles on Wednesday. Looking pretty amazing. I am so, well, we both are, aren't we, mate?
Yeah.
So incredibly happy with what you are about to see that we just had to get it hung up to show you. Now, before I give you a grand reveal, let's just look at some of the details first, because I'm going to show you the grandness and the scale and the sheer amazement of this piece in just a moment. But come round with me now. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of some of the details to start with. Now, we spent quite a bit of time on this on the live stream. It's all experimental stuff. There are, let me just say, some simply mind-blowing details on this. It's a series of lines created into circles over the top of an existing painting, and just start to see some of the existing one just lying underneath where we put the stuff on Wednesday. Let's just go around the top here, because I've got to show you the scale of this. Right, come with me. Come with me. All right, are you ready? I hope you're ready for this. You better take a deep breath. All right? Are you ready? Let's count down to 3, 2, 1. And there it is. Now, let's park this on the tripod. We'll position it for you. And then I'm going to, there we go. That's perfect. Now, you want to see how big this really is? Still not there yet. Still not there. Still not there. Right, there you go. So I'm 5'10", just under. And you can see how high we've had to mount this in the building just so we can take some photographs of it and just so that we can show you. Now, Aidy's a big fella as well. We'll swap over, in fact, mate. So he's 6 foot and the small change. And look, even he's dwarfed by it. There you go. There's a shot for you. Anyone got any arrows?
Hey!
But, guys, that's how big this thing is. You know, when they're down on the ground, which is the way all of the paintings are worked on, you can almost forget the size and the scale of these things, but it's when you hang them that you finally realise just how big these are. So let's go and have a proper look now that you've seen the scale of it. There we are, we're off the tripod now. Let's go and have a look at some of the details. Let's stand from here, because this is, I'm going to come actually back to 0.5. There we go, we just zoomed out on the phone, look. And it really has an amazing impact. We were just discussing, weren't we, buddy, about that it almost looks like a white. Did you say a white dwarf?
Yeah, white dwarf.
The star, like an exploding star.
Neutron star, something like that. Yeah.
In the centre of it. So what we've got is a very, very bright part of the canvas which is exposed in the centre, and all these concentric circles going around the outside, painted with the Spinomatic, and then it goes into this gorgeous, dreamy cream all the way around the outside. And then one of the things we were discussing, weren't we, mate, was just how big this should be as a finished size.
Well, I'm going to get a tape measure.
All right.
I'm going to grab a tape measure.
While Aidy gets the tape measure, let's just have a... Isn't that weird? Look at that for a shot, because it almost feels to me as if that is kind of bulging outwards. You get this really interesting dimensional feel that feels like, oh, I don't know, like it should be yeah, almost protruding out, like a dome kind of finish, yeah? Isn't that just such the weirdest thing? Yeah, that feels like it's sort of pointing outwards, coming out to the canvas, like you could almost, you know, do that with it with your hand. Very, very unusual effect, that. And yet it is perfectly flat. So look what happens when I go to the side, and look what happens when I come around this way. It's one of those weird optical effects. It looks so odd.
It does.
Really odd. Right, we've got a tape measure now.
We've got a tape measure. So
let's have a look. So Eddie's going to show you.
the decision was it's going to be 2 meters.
Yeah, what 2 meters looks like.
So I'm locking off.
Now, do you need me to hold the end, or hopefully it'll stay out?
I'm trying to lock it.
Trying to lock it. You say that.
I must be weak in my old age. No, it's not locking.
It's definitely not locking. I'll hold this.
No, it doesn't lock. It doesn't. I'll hold it.
Right, okay.
It's strong enough. So 2 meters.
2 meters.
Is from the end of there to where my thumb is.
Okay. So you can see from there, if I pan back out, that, let's see if I can do this with my thumb. So yeah, kind of there. So we're going to lose the wibbly wobbly line all the way around the outside, which, as we were discussing this morning, is no bad thing, because actually we're concentrating on everything that really starts from around the black and orange halo, which is the outside one. But fortunately, we're also still going to be able to take in some of the, you know, this interference and splatters on the outside as well, which is part of the layer number 1, which if I go in really closely, is all this beautiful lilac and teal and gold underneath. So we're still preserving some of that, still allowing that to come through from what's on the back of the canvas. So yeah, 200 square painting. Well, that's what 200 by 200 looks like. These two on the stand here, so they're pretty big. You're going to need a pretty big wall space for a 2 meter square painting. You know what we're like here. We don't go small. We go big or go home, don't we, mate?
Absolutely.
But this is quite extraordinary. We're very, very excited to show you this, because we don't believe there's anything like this on the internet anywhere that anybody's doing, and certainly not with the materials and techniques that we're using. So we are extremely happy and very proud to show this off to you today. I love the colours. Be very interested to see what you think about the colour choices and the circles, and if you did see the live stream, then let us know what you think of the technique. We had a lot of love and a lot of support for trying all these groundbreaking things live and untested as well. So like I say, if you haven't seen that, go check that out in the description. And there we have it. There is the biggest halo painting we've done, with the brand new interchangeable platforms on the Spinomatic, and there it is in all its glory, folks. Right, well, let us know what you think in the comments. Remember to give us a like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you very soon.